Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm still here. Anyway, I'm just going to get right into it. Um, I do have another one coming out. Um, that just goes over a lot of different things. One of them is, and I will repeat in that one, um, in this one, I mean, um, about um, do something about these women. I don't know who the blank they think they are. Um, they apparently passed the law of, oh, you could get abortions even at 8 months, 9 months. So look into that. But I explain more in the other that's coming up. But first, I want to get into this. I just got this um, after I made the other video for me to, put this one up. And it's not to decide not to listen. Yes, it's for these ones. Okay? It goes like this. You do what is asked with my statement, this statement, or the letter that is being asked. And it's notarized for me to bring, to pick one of them up with the proof of the notarized letter, and to pick up the money that shouldn't have been paid. I was charged for it, along with what I should have had the first day, instead of getting the runaround, being there for at least 4 to 5 hours each time. And I spoke about this. And being led to wrong lines, doing those cards that you have to fill out. I did over 20. Over 20. Now, when I receive, I will try to speak to my team and spirit. Not to be harsh. Okay? Like I said, I put it in the post and in other videos about this. But nothing was done. That's okay. I'm only saying this again because I was asked to. You see, this time there are warrants. Okay? Along with the orders. And I will try to change that. I don't know how long I have to try. I don't know how long whoever has to do this. So, to put it where you understand, and not to have warrants out. Okay? And have your family who is not involved to not be in the middle of what you have done or your groups have done. Now, I'll start with two of them. There's only three. for whoever, and I'm not mentioning who or, whatever, to correct what you did, to change, for me not to have my license. Okay, that's the one. So, do the notarized letter stating that for me to pick it up along with the money I shouldn't have had to pay. The other better be the same notarized letter stating that there was an error, that we thought there was a mortgage. And you, since you did it, you know what type it is. Along with every dollar back that you lied about and was given. What you put us through, of the aggravation, along with the other thing, but this one's different. Along with the aggravation with this one, you do the letter. Okay? But with the one of the letter stating there is no more mortgage, along with, as I said, what you owe us. So when I call to make sure, I will have the notarized letter stating with the reference number. Once I receive, then as with the other, I will try to change the warrants and leave your family out as long as they're not involved or new. Now the other one, as I said, you don't have much time. So if I were you, get busy and get it to me. I say ASAN. That means as soon as now. Not an ASAP, but you get it. The third one. Also, if you are involved with what you did and put me through, is I just want to know. I know it's in the past with this one, and that I will actually let go of one of the warrants with you or whoever. I mentioned this before. See, these ones were called, okay, falsely, and were sent out 4 different times. Okay? Plus, they come 3 times to check on you before they close it out. Before they close it. So that means that 12 times. You see, I had to put up with this bullshit. I say, sorry, BS. Sorry, I didn't mean to say full. Anyway, I say what I said, but anyway, I say BS because it had nothing to do with how I live, how I raise children, and etc. See, I'm not going through that BS. Okay? Oh, what also clued me that it was BS, and I mentioned this before, was the questions. Again, had nothing to do with anything except, like, I didn't know, right? You wanted to figure me out, right? This way you could go blah, 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 back to whoever, right? Okay. Just wanted to see what I was up to. But, you see, I didn't say. But, they were shocked because I stood my ground and I put them in their place. And with both, I did spook them because one of them, their relative came through that just passed away, and I mentioned it. And they also said they came through to put them in their place. By proving what they actually came there for. So, and I knew because a different one came for the checkup. And it was supposed to have been them. But anyway. So, with that, I just wanted an apology, and to say who sent you. That's all. I really don't care. But if you don't, well, and I want a letter from each, okay, and notarized to wipe it clean, okay? Don't tell me that it's not on the courts. It's on the courts. Or in the courts, or whatever, how you want to say it. Or wherever, okay? It's called, public news, I guess. Even though that it was planted, whatever, fake. But you also worked there. So it was filed, right? Is that what you do? Because you work somewhere and you're doing it because somebody, friend, I don't give a flying blank. This is with anything. I don't care because I will be speaking about all that in the other video that will be put up. You see, I don't care because you were doing something and this way you wouldn't be caught because somebody, blabbed, or you did get caught because you were doing something, using your workplace. So you had to file. This is how a lot of people get ruined. Innocent people. Instead of doing what's right and going for the ones you're supposed to go before. So, I don't receive, then I will not be letting go with this. Yes, it's in the past. I should forget about it. But you know what? How can anybody forget something like that? You know, I mean, really, how can anybody, go through that? The thing is, you got others involved because somebody was, what, pissed at me? It's the point that, even with the mortgage and that one, people coming to my door with the mortgage. You thought I was that stupid? Pretending, coming to my door, pretending that you're from the courts? Oh, you got 2 days or 1 day to get out. You were throwing me out of a home? Yeah, okay. So, each one, your time is ticking, okay? Because spirit is coming fast and more powerful, and everybody sees it. And the storms, okay? And I said this before, that the storms were coming. To let it be known where all these ones are. And that I'm coming for you. Okay? And remember, again, and I said this in a post, you have no idea who I called upon. Okay? But God signed, sealed, and is delivering because he agreed with me. But he's handling it. So, the other option is whoever knows about anything. I want a notarized letter or whatever kind stating who these people are. With anything, everything that I've been speaking about, with their names. This way, I could look up on my papers, give it to my team, for the document numbers to leave, to put in, to match up for the warrants along with the orders. So whoever gives me first will be the answer. What happens? Remember, not much time. You see, with the first one, there were 7 at least that were involved, especially the number 1 in the beginning, telling me one thing but wrote another, which I didn't recognize. Now the third one, the comebacks and all that, different ones. So again, not much time. I did ask my team 4 years. And I asked Spirit, how long? You know, what's the time frame? How long do they have to do this? And you know what was funny? I mean, it's not really funny, but the funny thing is, they said the same thing. And what they said is, you see, they said, it's us who knows, and them, plus me, to find out. Now, right there, right there I knew it's going to be bad. Also, they said is with this, what I'm saying, because they told me to say it, Spirit did. Well, God. They said, we will give you this one for the last time of being kind. Because I said it before, but nothing was done. So, they said they don't listen. Well, again, not only me, whoever. Yeah, I do know whoever. We'll find out. And they won't be nice about it. So, for what you asked me, we will let you know. So, what was done, what I spoke about, what took you whatever amount of minutes to do, you know, wasted time. Well, you didn't waste time, as you say. You know, you did it at work, you did it at wherever you did, you know, everything to change my life, whatever. To what you did to change, as I said, you know, make calls, write something down. You know, you put one thing in the computer and something else, you know, written, whatever. So, it should take you a minute, same amount of time, 1 minute, to do what is said here, to correct it. So this is priority, you know, as number one, to be done before anything else. You know, as I said, when you were doing all the BS to attack, that was priority, right? You didn't do your work till after, right? So it shouldn't be any different. So, no excuses. Oh, Spirit just said, and I did mention this before, and again I'll say it, and I just said it before, nothing was done before. when it was told. Now, I know I had some views on that one, but I also spoke about something else too. So, because of what you thought, Spirit, my team, and myself wouldn't do anything, right? Okay. Well, that's why it's my last time saying, and I don't know how long Spirit will be waiting this time. Which, how they said it, it's not going to be long. And you're already feeling it. So, and you're beaching and complaining what you're doing. I'm not doing anything. So don't tell people that I'm doing stuff. No, it's called karma, along with something else. Because it's not me that got Spirit and God and Jesus or whoever, mad. So, nope. This time, no mercy. And I'm not stopping. Plus, I won't be able to because it's in their hands. And this is last chance. Okay? Let's speak about that Spirit said about these programs, okay? These programs and other things, to help elderly or anyone. Insurances, anything really. Why the F is it all public? Everything's public. Why? Why is everything public? Okay? As anyone can have access. Let's take auto insurance, okay? Anyone knows that you have auto insurance and which ones, okay? Yes, police need to, know if we have insurance, okay? But the only ones who should have access are the ones who have it. And the only way is, yes, we have copies, to show. But to have access should be only the owners. Have a password or something to only have access. And also, customers should be protected with anything. And nothing should be public. The thing is, if someone, now this was done. Now I took over something that my dad had, okay? A lot of years. A lot. But since you did what you did, I'd like to know how you found out, okay? And called pretending to be me. And canceled. You know what? I put up with it. I put up with it, okay? You people canceling crap. Pretending to be me. Like going into a blank bank pretending to be me. Okay? I don't care what it is, state, federal, or any provider, any company people have that pays bills or whatever, gets things delivered or, wherever. No one should have any kind of access as, like, what? This is back again? That people have to put up with for reasons of whoever can send fake emails of whatever company, whatever. Make phone calls. How are they having access? Huh? Now the thing is, they can get and have access to cancel anything, make problems for people. So again, how is that? One, as if, it's public. Yeah, there's certain things. But anyone can get. Even people who work at companies, or apps, whatever. I'm not saying all of them. Can get any kind of info. And like what's being done, when you go to the hospitals, with the vaccines, they changed the wording. So if you sign, they could give you anything, the vaccines, even if you don't want it. Well, this is the same thing. You don't see it, because they give you novels. And I said about this, that you gave them permission to sell your information. You see, it goes like this, two people, either are dating, married, or we're friends, or know people who works at places. Because people gossip, right? Way too much with anyone's business. You see, people speak about other people instead of, having a normal conversation. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I did this, I did that. No. Hey, did you hear about that? This person, did this. And really? Now, it could be from jealousy, hatred, Oh, this one stole this boyfriend. Oh, this one stole this one's wife or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. But then you have boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, friends. That hears, and works at these places, knows people, and etc. Whatever. Says the gossip, hears the gossip, and wants to help, right? As they say, to take revenge, or whatever how it's done. You could be ones who got hired to do it at places, for cover-ups, whatever, without seeing if it's lies, what it could do to a person or two people. And most of all, not checking it out first to see if the gossip or whatever is true or not. By going to that person, whoever is being attacked or whatever. So how is this happening? Tell me. Everyone is waiting. I believe and told that everybody thinks this, but no one speaks up. Right? Now, especially with me, okay? Because I only know about me. Like I said, I can't get into people's, minds because, what I have to do, well, it's a lot anyway, but do you really think that I'm going to take on somebody else and get into their little brains to figure out what they're up to? Please. These ones really think you're going to try all that stuff again, right? And I said that, oh no, I'm not taking anything in the past from the past into the new year, blah, blah, blah. You guys are really trying, aren't you? Okay. You messed with the wrong one, okay? And you are going to collect your stupid prizes, okay? So, for the beginning, this is not a warning. It's not a simple, apology that I want. No. This isn't why I'm doing it. This isn't why I'm told for this to be done. It's not you thinking, oh, I'm begging and whatever the F your brain thinks. No. Totally different. I don't need clarity. I don't need, whatever, closure, whatever. I just keep moving on. From you. This is totally something else. Totally. I mean, really. So, if it's not received properly, without sending fake papers, like me being thrown out, okay? Nothing being fake, okay? Because I do know the difference. And I can't stand when a person is so phony that it makes me sick. Not literally. People think, oh, it's working. Oh, see, by me saying this, you think, oh, it's working. I'm begging. I'm begging. No. No. And nothing's working. Okay? Yes, it's working. But guess what's working? The curse that my ancestors have for protection and the karma that to be returned to senders instantly, but slowly. Where you should recognize, But no, each time it gets even more power to it, even more force to it. And then you continue, boom, this is what you're going to have. What's happening to let you know you crossed the line with me. So that's what's working. The only thing that's working, along with the other things. So once you hear this, send to whoever to let them know to get it done. Or, you know, to give to me if you know and not involved. You see, faster, then quicker you send me and correct everything, I'll speak to my, faster I'll try speaking to my team and spirit about the, warrants. Now, as I said, I don't know how long you have. So if you don't get it, if it doesn't get to you, oh well, it don't get to me. Or who comes first with the letters of names, then you'll be up Blind Creek without a paddle. Like I said, time is ticking. Because other than you have no idea who I called upon, you have no idea what else. Okay? So, last thing. Everybody wants to know, how are wands getting access to using people's identity? We are waiting. Okay? Tell me. You see, it's one thing. Okay? Banks and whoever knows people. All right? But still, how does it still happen? Don't anybody call to see, actually call the real person? And if what? You don't get an answer? Oh, okay. Let's give them. And you don't notice that, phone numbers don't add up and didn't tell you that their address or their phone number changed. So you believe it, knowing that the real person didn't say or go in. Especially when you know what the real person looks like. Tell me. That's with anything. If somebody calls up, too, and cancels, everyone wants to know. And the authorities, whoever, about the identity and what's going on. Yeah, I know. But contact me. and start tracking down who is using my name. Yeah, I know about it. See, people also pay companies too to wipe out where there are, your information is, or, comes with whatever. But how come it's not getting done? You know how many times I called all these companies to, wipe out? How is it in some it came back? But things are added to it. Wow. See, companies who say it's free to do it, but it's not done. Companies, people call to get it out, but it's still there. Why? People who thinks they are me, I say out loud, yeah. Get ready. As I said, I have a prize for you. You had plenty of chances. What you did. This is with everything. Once who knows, I expect the same. The letter, or whatever, how you do it, to as I said in the beginning, and with everyone else, thank you, everyone around the world, for being here. Spirit and myself are proud of you, and the ones who turned around and is making it better. We're proud of you. Keep going. We all stick together and make it better. It's our world that God made for us to build, to help us grow, just like our ancestors did, for us to improve and be better. Remember, we have to stand up and bring down ones who don't give AF. Also to the ones who think people gave you permission to F our lives, when you all know that, or maybe you don't, you do know that we ourselves can do that. But the difference is we try, we attempt, and we do correct it. We do fix it. We learn from it. So stay out of people's lives, business. It's theirs and not yours. You need help? Ask. Just like everybody. Some, hey, I'm one of them. I did things on my own. And I don't know what to do or say or whatever. If someone does help, I'm working on that. Okay. So people shouldn't have to be get or say to themselves, "Oh, I'm used to it." Why should anyone be used to it when it's for bad intentions? You're being attacked, you know, from anything that people should have to suffer from for the people who are doing it to others. No, you don't get used to it. No, we shouldn't have to. I'll speak about that on the next video that will be coming out. And it's different messages. But remember, and also this, but remember, I do say, God is the one who decides to call us home. Remember and know the difference. Don't say, oh, that we're just being here temporary. We're not human, and blah, 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 whatever. Okay? Doesn't give people the right. You see, yes, we should be afraid. Oh, and, yeah, we should be afraid when we are asked, when we do get to heaven, what was done? What did you do? And I'm speaking to the ones who did do things. I'm not speaking about small, major, whatever. The big. You gonna lie? See, the difference is, God does say when He calls us home. But then, when you have someone taking you out, having you pass away, and etc. That's when someone is taken away. Whichever way, too soon or anything, and how. There, you're the one who did the criminal act. God didn't. And for the last of this video, and thinking I'm still the same person as, oh, she's kind. Oh, she'll give in. More you push her buttons, she'll give in. Oh, ignore her when she says no. Or you need to do that. Or whatever. Oh, keep on doing spiteful things. And keep on attacking her. She'll give up. Oh, she'll, whatever. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, that might have been the old me. Just letting things go. That's how I am. I let things go. I don't hold grudges, whatever. And went on doing what I had to do. And putting up with it, what, for years? Yeah, you're right. I gave a lot of chances. But one thing, you didn't know what was up my sleeves, did you? Hmm? Hmm. Saying, that saying, oh, give three chances. But what? I gave way more than the average person, right? Nope, 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 nope. Not anymore. See, yeah, I used to say, oh, I'm used to it. Yeah, things I do get used to. Yeah, I just say that. But now I'm standing up because, what I can't, the thing is, why should people, be like that to people? You might need them, one day. You could be walking by them, and something like, I don't know, you need a person. Now, how do you know what you did to a person? Say you did need somebody and that person happened to be there. Do you know if that person actually holds grudges and whatever and won't help you? Think about that. Or if a relative or somebody you love or whatever needed help, but that person knew and didn't help. Whether people think that they're alone, you're not alone, but people should help people, you know, out of kindness or whatever. I'm not saying give, oh, let's just give all of our money away and whatever. I don't speak about money, okay? Yeah, people took advantage of me. All I did, I was like my dad, but then he finally, thought about it. But no, you see, my family comes first this time. My bills come first. And then, you know how long I sat and heard the crocodile tears when you had more than my dad? Be for real. This is what I'm talking about. And money is, it's ridiculous. People say, oh, whatever. Oh, I used to be poor and now I have all this. But thing is, who cares? Okay? You see, think about it. Okay? You were once where everybody is, whatever. But then you took yourself out of it and you are making it good or whatever. But as across the board, you're still in that mindset, but different. Okay? You see, I'm not rich. I'm not poor or whatever. How you want to say? Well, I am, but I don't think that way. But I know what to do and how to manage money. I know how to whatever. So does poor or that is disgusting. Don't stop calling people poor and, oh, average, oh, rich, and multi, whatever. Thing is, I cherish what I have already, okay? It's not going to matter if I'm rich or poor. Yeah, I'll shop, whatever. One, I can't stand shopping, but anyway, I go and get things I need. But when people go from being poor and finally being rich and all that, you still have in your mindset, well, I didn't have this, so I have a chance now to get it. Do you really need it? And then, because you wasted your money, bought all this crap, now you're in, spotlight because people gossip, and now you're poor. How does this make sense? Or people steal because people think that, oh, you need it more than who you took it from. See, I'm the opposite. Who took my money? They needed it. I don't care if they had money or whatever. I don't care. But the thing is, it's the same bullshit. Oh, I meant BS. Okay? Same BS. I'm here to give out messages and help people, okay? If I am helping people. If I'm not, go ahead, move on. Whoever, wants to hear, or, if I help somebody, I thank you. I appreciate it. And the ones that are, right now that are here, you are helping me to continue to speak or whatever, how the saying goes. I appreciate everything. If it's a little tiny thing, you know what makes me happy? The little dollhouse things, how small and how cute they are. That makes me happy. I mean, I think it's cute. I used to collect all that, but then, I noticed how it accumulates and all that. And I also noticed that, I don't know what happened to them all. But anyway, I mean, to me, that church, I love stuffed animals. That I won't give up. I might be an adult, but you know what? So what? People are allowed to, love what they had as a child. And if you don't have that, get it. I can't stand when people say, oh, you're an adult. Stop acting like you're a teenager. You dress like a teenager. You did whatever. If it doesn't look good or it doesn't look right, then you help the person to know how to dress or whatever. If they want to look like a teenager, if it looks like a teenage thing to you, and you're saying mean things because you're jealous, now you're wrong. Stop trying to put people that are happy down. Are you sure that they're really happy? They might have been happy that split minute. that split second, maybe just for that day, they wanted to perform or whatever. You never know what people are going through. I don't care who you are. I mean, if somebody's ignorant and rude and, violent or whatever, yeah, you put them in their place. That's a different thing. And people know exactly what I'm speaking about. You don't put people down because you think they're better than you and that you're not there. Okay, why do you have that mindset? No, you might not be there yet. If you want to be successful or whatever, you might not be there yet. But what is stopping you from trying to be there? See, now it's time for me to speak up, okay? Yeah, I'm successful. But my way, how I feel. I don't care how successful I get, and I will be, and I am. But that doesn't give me to give permission for people to take it from me. No, use people been taken from me since I was born, even before. No. You thought I was going to sit here like a mouse? No. And no one should either. No one gives the right to take down anyone. Now, how it goes, if someone tries to, take my business or whatever, what I deserve, what I worked hard for, no, it's not happening. Especially if you bought or knew somebody to get a position. So don't tell me. I am tired of greed. I am tired of crooked shit or BS going on. People taking people for no effing reason. Now I'm going to leave it here because the other one, I don't know if it's longer or not, but you know what? Now people are going to listen to me. I was tired of people not listening. I mean, you get what I mean. I mean, people are here listening to me, but, I'm not speaking about that. No. I have not done anything wrong. And you know what? No one's going to leech and, try to latch on to me or anyone ever again. You're the one that brought out my other side completely. You're the one who brought out the storm in me and whatever else I'm not mentioning. Again, yes, I might have put everything in God's hands and spirits, but you don't know who I know. and they will never turn on me. And I now do give permission to them to do what they want according to what has been done. So you wanted to play games? Okay. You're continuing this BS with the phone calls again. Love bombing. You're starting with the one that I said from the beginning. And all the ones. I had 9,000 of the one. I don't know how many of each of the ones that you're pretending to be. Yes, I know who you are. And the one I am looking into. And that one will be the biggest disappointment. But you know what? I don't care. Like, none of you cared. Now I'm speaking out. No, this isn't revenge. This isn't anger. Yes, I might have my voice raised. But you know what? As you say, oh, get used to it. Well, guess the F what? You get used to it. What's about to happen? You only got little doses. Be ready. Oh, wait. You won't be. So, what I said in the beginning. You have, I don't know how long, but like I said, it took you 1 minute to do whatever. You have access to whatever. I don't. Which reminds me, all these companies and all that, trying to con people and all that. It took me 3 days to do something with my effing phone and something else. Because of all the hidden stuff. Yeah, I caught on. I have money not to throw away. And not to continue to take con or be faked out or fooled. So now, I took long enough with that one. I took enough abuse. I took enough of being quiet. So anyone, remember, my ancestors put a protection curse, but you don't know what else they added to it. So be careful if you even come or think anything with bad intentions, anything, or to attack anyone. I'll leave it to there. And everyone else, have a lovely day. And remember, keep your head up. and keep that crown on. Don't take crap off of anyone. You see something, don't put yourself in any danger. You take care of it. It's time to take the good and have it balanced, not forced with only evil. How many centuries and whatever, decades, whatever, it's been that. No. Both dark and light is oblivious with that, oblivious or angered with that. They're tired. Now, sending lots of love, positive, peace, and light. Ciao.